think, hit the big three at the end of the third quarter to get us to double digits there. And then we're able to hold on in that fourth. Just proud of the team. We had a tough week last week, and you're trying to get the group back focused and get them to understand that, it's part of the process. You got to just keep working, keep getting better. And they did that. They did a good job of just staying locked in. So to bounce back on Sunday and get a win, and then bounce back tonight and get a win, it's great for us. We want to win both this week. Obviously, every team wants to win the games they play, but we know that, we can still move up. And so we made that a focus of ours to try and win both of these against two of the top teams in our league.
Coach, I know Tuesday you spoke on just balancing the emotion when you wanted the players to show emotion, which is a good thing. We saw a lot of that emotion tonight during a rivalry game. What is just your main takeaways of just them being able to balance that, come out here and just play 4 quarters, do basketball?
The game has so many twists and turns, and you never know how it's going to go. And, I thought, Toby got us off to an incredible start. I thought, her presence and her aggressive mentality. She was attacking. I think she had 12 points in the first quarter. And I thought that really steadied us and just gave us a lot of confidence, because when she's playing well, we're a good team. And then obviously Reagan throughout the game just made big play after big play after big play. And it was great to see her step up in that moment on senior night. And you couldn't write it any better if you were writing it right. Your senior last home game, against a rival, to be able to take over the game and create separation. So I'm just real proud of her and the performance she had tonight as well.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win tonight. What are you telling your team going into that second half, going into halftime with the score being so close? What were your words of motivation to get them going, to create such a lead during the third and fourth quarter?
What I try to do at halftime of games is problem solve, figure out what's hurting us, and obviously get a lot of help from my staff, and then talk about adjustments that we can make, or maybe not even adjustments, just things that we're supposed to be doing that maybe we're not doing as well. So that's more of what we talked about. It wasn't like a rousing speech or anything. It was just talking about what we needed to do better, and I thought we let a few of their three-point shooters get loose in the first half. I thought we weren't great, our guards weren't great in one-on-one defense in the first half, and they were getting to the paint and scoring. So we just talked about those things of where we could improve them. And then week in January, or the second week of January, and she's a freshman, and it's it's challenging. They're a very good defensive team, so it's challenging. They also have a very good experienced five-player. So I think just now at this point in the season, she's played almost every team in the league. She's played a lot of top teams. So I think she just has more of a comfort now of how she can play and how she can attack. And then Reagan, it's just been challenging for her. I'm not going to lie, January and February has been challenging for Reagan. She's not played up to the level that she's capable of consistently. And so to see her have this type of performance that we all know she's capable of, because we've seen it multiple times before, just really proud, that she stuck in there and fought.
Congratulations on the game and the win. To kind of zoom back, I know we're in such a big moment for women's basketball right now, and earlier this week, Diana Taurasi announced her retirement. I know your career overlapped with hers quite a bit in college. Didn't know if you wanted to show what she meant to the game.
Yeah, Dee's awesome. Obviously I got a chance to coach her this summer, which was kind of weird, to coach someone that is your age. I think that just speaks to her longevity and her excellence. And so that was really cool to have a month, with her this summer in Paris and get a chance to see her through a different lens.
Yeah.
Because I'd only seen her as either a teammate when we were teammates on the Olympic team, or as a competitor when we were playing against each other in college and in pro. And just appreciate what it takes to play that long and what it takes to be at the highest level for that long. And certainly as a coach, to see how sharp she is mentally, to understand everything, be able to understand the strengths and weaknesses of her teammates. She's special. So it's been a great career.
Kara, senior night obviously is always an emotional time, but these two players in particular, Reagan and the years she spent here, and then Vanessa, the things that she's gone through with her injury and everything, what do those two mean to you and to this program?
Well, I'll start with Vanessa. Vanessa did not sign to play for me. I'm in my 5th year, and Vanessa's in her 5th year, but she was signed to play for Duke with the old staff. And when I got the job, she was an incoming freshman, but I got the job in July, and this was in the middle of COVID. And I remember in the couple days after I got the job, she called me. And I just assumed she was going to say she's going somewhere else because, it was a coaching change, and she, didn't sign to play for me, and she didn't know me. I mean, I didn't know what a DeJesus was. I didn't know what it was. I was in Celtics. I didn't know what she looked like, what her game was like. I didn't know any of that. And so she calls me, and I pick up the phone, and I'm just waiting for her to, say like, "Hey, I'm not coming." I was waiting for her to break up with me. I was waiting for her to say, "Hey, nah, this ain't working." And she's like, "Coach, when do I need to be there? What day?" Like, just talking. And I'm thinking like, she's coming. She's coming. She's such a special player. And I will always remember that. When you're a new coach, you got to have some kids that believe in you before anybody else, right? Because when you're a new coach and you're taking over a program, you got to have some kids that are like, "Yeah, I think we can do it here. I know they've made a coaching change, but like I think this coach is who I want to be my coach." Like what a powerful gesture. And then obviously with the injury, she's been the only player that's been with me for the whole time. So she's seen the entire growth. Right? We were the worst team in the ACC when I got here. Right? To now we're one of the more respected teams in the league. Right? And she's played with so many different iterations of our team. I mean, think of our team the last 3-4 years, how it's changed so much. And so I could coach another 20 years, never coach a kid like DeJesus. Her team-first approach, her work ethic, her mentality, how she really gives to everybody in the program. It's just special. It's special. Reagan is someone that we've just been tight, and we've just grown as her career has gone on. And we didn't really understand each other in the beginning too much, personality-wise. And so we've had to spend like a lot of time together, which has been great for both of us one-on-one, just to kind of work together and figure each other out. And that's been awesome process for me. And to try and continue for me as a coach to coach her better. And, she's had some incredible moments, incredible highlight moments of her career here, obviously leading us to the Sweet 16 last year. You have that with senior night here as well. Her incredible tournament out in Vegas this year. She's just had some moments where we wouldn't have been where we are without Reagan, 3-year starter for us. Over the last 3 years, and we've won a lot of ACC games over the last 3 years. And Richardson's been in the middle of all of that.
Coach, Carolina shorthanded tonight without Kelly and Usby, and Coach Banghart kind of mentioned how that fatigue set in the 3rd and 4th quarter. How did you kind of exploit that early on? Do you feel like you used that to your advantage to like finish them off in that late stretch? It's hard to pinpoint as the opponent in terms of like what he did. But what I would say to you is. We knew coming in, obviously, that we would see a lot of the 4-guard lineup because that's what they've been playing as of late. And so we went 4-guard for some stretches there too. Although Donovan gives us just her versatility, guys, she's such a great defender, Donovan. And she allows us to, if it's a 4-guard lineup, she can play it and switch. If it's double big, if it's too big, she can play it and not switch. Like, she's just so gifted defensively and kind of allows us. So we did try to push the pace. That was something that we hoped to do, and we wanted to try to do that for 4 quarters. I thought the 2nd quarter we lost our pace. And so that's something we talked about at halftime, like keep pushing the pace and see if we can get some looks in transition. And that did manifest itself there in the second half.
Got time for 2 more questions in the front row, and we'll close out with Aaron.
Coach, you spoke on Donovan previously. Can you speak on her injury and her update? We saw you guys go check on her at the other end of the court. You guys kind of joked around with you picking her up and carrying her on your back, coming back to the sideline. Any update on her?
No, I don't have an update on her. I mean, she was smiling in the locker room back there, but I'm sure she's getting with the medical team and see. But, yeah, that was scary.
It was.
Yeah, it was a scary fall, so hope she's okay.
First, did you get a chance, I know you were a little busy before the game, to see the top 16 seed update with the NCAA?
I did not.
But you guys were a regional 3 seed again.
We were 3.
In the top 16 again.
Mhm.
But you've got that going on that you're playing for, you've got the double bye still in the ACC, there's a lot going on. Kind of, you know, you talked a little bit about this the other day, about putting yourself in the best position. I'm curious kind of the excitement that goes into a weekend or an ACC tournament when there's this much at stake for you guys in a really good year.
Yeah, I mean, what a year for our league. I mean, the teams at the top of our league are incredible. And I think we have a lot of strength going into March. And I think we should have a ton of us hosting for second rounds as we go into it. But we knew that this was an important week for us. We needed to try our best to win both of these games. And the cool thing about tonight and also Sunday and then the ACC tournament is you can kind of control your own fate. You know what I mean? You can kind of win your way to where you want to go, right? You control that. And so that's what we've talked about with our team is just finish strong. We didn't have the week we wanted to last week. Went 1-2, but let's see if we can go 2-0 this week. So I'm real proud of them. We've got the first one, and now the second one's going to be a bear, but we'll go down there and see if we can get it done.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.